今回はスケザームーアの商人のところから開始します。
Welcome. Right, I've got a quick question for you. It might seem a bit blunt, but I've learned it avoids confusion later. You're not going to try and kill me, are you? Excellent answer. I can see we're going to get along like an house on fire. You're new around here, aren't you? Bootsy never forgets your face. And I haven't seen yours before. And you're not in uniform, which means you're not one of us, army lads. Bloody hell, you're keen. Well, we don't take new recruits, but if you're serious, you could always go and talk to Captain Sims in the village. Now then, if it's supplies you're after, then Bootsy's your man. I'm Corporal Bootsy, by the way. Hello. I can get my hands on stuff for trade that the folks in the village can't. There I am, one of the heroic squaddies sent to sort out this whole palaver. You can see how well that turned out. Soldiering ain't so noble around here anymore. Not in a place like this. So, I just make life a bit more bearable for people. Bit of buying and selling never hurt no one, did it? Well, that's all hush-hush, as you can imagine. Something odd came out with the government projects here, and anything that doesn't look right, well, Captain has us burn it to cinders. There's this stuff you see, and I should stop talking. Captain would have me eyes if he knew. You'd understand. You gotta be careful being so nosy around here. Look, I don't know much, but whatever the boffins are working on over at the atom plant, talk is it infected the soil. Strange growths sprout up now and again. That's when the special detachment gets its orders to go and torch the stuff. But you let us protocol not worry about that, eh? It's our job to protect this place after all, and the captain's proper serious about it. Yeah, but everywhere's dangerous in the zone. The trick round here is to stay away from our outposts, then you should be alright. There's our camp, of course, and then the special detachment is garrisoned in a commandier's RAF bunker. Well, the flyboys weren't using it, so why not? Steer well clear of both those spots. I'll mark them for you.
次は電波塔へ行ったのですが、中の装置はまだ操作できませんでした。ではエリックのところへ行きますが、残念なことになっていたので伝言だけ手に入れました。次はノーラの納屋へ行きます。
Hello? Someone there? Who the hell are you? No sort of moves or I'll shoot you dead. Who told you I was here? Who sent you? Alf sent you, did he? Well, if he vouches for you, that'll have to do. I'm guessing he wants his message, eh? Right, here's the message. Get that to him as soon as you can. You're not from round here at all, are you? This must be very strange to you. I won't ask where you came from, but I do want to know what you'd intend. Do you know? Most folk round here like to live in ignorance. So you one up on them. Maybe we've got a bit of common ground between us after all. Look, we got off on the wrong foot. Half the strangers out there would kill you for your shoes as soon as look as you. So I have to be careful. My name's Nora. Used to live in the village. But put that army captain's nose out of joint by answering back. Now I try to help the villagers out from here. I can trade if you have out worth selling. I know something about that. Been poking round here long enough, haven't I? There's a big old bunker called the Interchange that those boffins built. The soldiers get proper excited about that one. I know there's a door in the army camp to the south of here. I also know they'll kill you before you get within spitting distance of it, any road. I heard it's locked up tight as a bank vault. You'll never get in. Believe you me, I'd give me eye teeth to know what was going on in there, but it might as well be on moon. Oh, heck. You're trouble, aren't you? You find out useful or interesting. You remember me and Wyndham, all right? Folk around here have it bloody hard. And if it's anything good to come out of that place, you think of them.
村で報告する前に途中にあったブリンソップ邸宅の地下室へ行ってみました。
Who's there? Come out slowly. Who are you? Identify yourself. Start talking, or this will end very quickly for you. What do you want? How did you find me? I have no reason to believe that. For all I know, you may be working with the British soldiers. I did not escape their prison just to be sent back again. So, I will need a better answer from you. What are you doing here? You do not look like soldier. It is true. Let me tell you. They are fools. Rats believing they are masters of the trap that holds them. The truth is, what we were does not matter. Only what we are. Remember that. And since we are all prisoners in this place, yes, I shall take a chance with you then. I've been hiding here for years now. Perhaps my luck is changing. Listen. I have a radio set here. High-powered miniature set, but it was damaged. I need some components to fix it. Then I can signal for help. My mission here was top secret. I cannot discuss it with anyone I cannot trust. Help me though, and perhaps then I will trust you. I will write down the materials I need. Return when you have them. But if you return with hostile intent, I promise you, you will regret your treachery.
この時点でアイテムは揃っていたのですが、気づかなかったので先に村へ行ってしまいました。それでは村へ戻って報告します。
Welcome back. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Knew you'd get it done. I'm glad you found Nora. She can be a bit of a knout, but she's a lifeline for us in the village. I don't know what we'd do without her. How's my contact in Skethermore? Been a while since I heard from him, truth be told. Dead? Oh no. The poor bugger. He were a good un. And a few of them protocol lads, you could still say that about. You know, he were one of them ordered to stop that civilian convoy. The one that's just wreckage up on the Skethermore Road. Oh, don't think he ever forgave himself for that. Been a helping hand for us ever since. I really appreciate all you've done. These messages are more important than you might realise. Let's just say You've given the village a chance to, well, speak up for itself. Here, take this, and thanks.
では、素材を渡しにイリアのところへ戻ります。
Thank you. I am in your debt. Is there anything I can do in return? Do not be so foolish. I cannot just give up such information. Perhaps you have. Yes. I do not suppose it is a matter of any great secrecy anymore. The British government were hiding something in their so-called Science City. We infiltrated the facility and broke into the quarantine laboratory. But something happened while we were in there. I do not believe we were responsible, but I was also confused. We escaped the facility, but the zone was already surrounded, land and sea. We could not escape, so we hid. I think you are owed some small reward for your troubles. Here. Now, I need to get on with these repairs. There will be no rescue until I have a working radio. You must be patient.
次は再びマザーのクエストです。この中のドルイドは襲ってこないので、ささっと供物を捧げます。
First time in my life I know what I'm doing. Don't know why I'm doing it, but it...
供物を捧げるとウィッカーマンが話しかけてくるので、話してから外でマザーと話します。
Your intentions Oceans are cloudy to us.
Comes close to us and grows closer. Follow her words. Heed her wisdom. Go there, and you will be lost no longer. Find the purpose.
You are closer to understanding now. Well, how do you feel? Why wouldn't they? Nobody likes to see ignorance in the world, do they? Now, are you willing to let yourself understand, my dear? What has happened? What is happening here is no disaster. It's the salvation of us all. A happy accident wrought by the meddling of those foolish scientists. That much must be clear, surely. There's power in the ground we tread, in the breathing earth herself. And it wants to bring all humanity together with the soil. Imagine such a thing. Listen, separateness, you and I, life and death. It is all an illusion. Hard to let go of, my dear, but an illusion all the same. Why not give it up and live in eternal bliss? Look around yourself, dear. Folks steal, they oppress, they kill. It is for the betterment of themselves that they made their heathen technology and severed our bonds with the land. That is why we must give it all up as sacrifice. Their machines, their minds, all that they ever were, all to repair those bonds. The earth gave us life and the strength which lives in us. It is our joyful duty to return it all to the soil. The land needs must breathe, and so we breathe our Mayflower lives back into it. That is our purpose. Join us. The earth welcomes those who go willingly. It is the only true path out there. Are you ready to see where it leads? It's difficult for anyone, but give it time. The truth appears as a beautiful garden as the fog of ignorance fades away. Look, if you do one more thing, it may become clearer for you. There's a divine thing under that atom plant. Something the scientists found buried in the soil. They called it Oberon. Ah, the military and their fondness for code names. But it is so much more. And it needs to be fed. We can help it grow and heal the damage that science has done. The boffins had a hiding place for their work. Perhaps you are familiar with it already. They called it the Interchange. It's been dozing there for 5 years. The voice speaks of it often. Reawaken the Interchange, and you will open the way to Oberon. My dear, how I'd love to know what form it takes. But the soil sings of it, and we'd be fools not to listen. Listen. Windscale awaits you, but first there is something we need. A scientist came to me soon after the disaster, trapped here and still alive, but he was done for, fading slowly, poor mite. He told me of a secret, that in their laboratories they'd found some stuff, a serum, he called it, that could make the new growth spread like fire. That serum is what we're after. And now you are here to find it for us. Well, that's the joke, isn't it? Scientists made it themselves. You had any of the learning juice they have in the Warrens? That's the very stuff. Only this scientist, he said there was a more powerful mixture of it. Maybe that's what's needed to awaken Oberon. Think of it. awakening a god who will unite us all. No more wars. No more atom bombs. Not even a crossword. Wonderful. Truly wonderful. I knew you had pluck. The scientist worked in the medical laboratory, something like an underground hospital, the way he described it. He told me that there were tunnels beneath it, where they loaded goods onto their trains. That's where the serum was stashed. Find the serum, and the way forward will become clear for you.
マザーのクエストはここまでにして、次はモリスのクエストです。
Hello again. How did... Well, been poking around in what's not your concern, eh? I don't have to explain myself to you. It's none of your bloody business. Beliefs? They're the truth. Can't you see what's going on here? The protocol soldiers, the church, all carrying on like they know all the answers, when the truth is they know nought. Everyone says the folk in the woods are cracked, but they look like the only sane ones around here to me. They're trying to make peace with the world, not ruin it. Them scientists, the disaster, that weren't natural, thou knows. Upset the balance of things. Nature's proper furious with us. We should make amends, shouldn't we? It's only right. But them soldiers would have me locked up for thinking that. Dangerous pagan sentiments, that arse of a captain calls it. If you've seen them out in Casterfell Woods, I know they might come across as proper nasty. But look, they say the earth speaks to them, and they listen. Now, folk have been saying there's a voice in the earth around here since the year dot. These druids, or whatever you want to call them, they say that's true. So, mayhap we should be listening to it too, eh? I want what's best for village. We should be looking back to what's always been here. The army here tried to stamp it out, but their captain's a bloody southerner. What does he know about the north? Well, but maybe you're a tattletale for the vicar too, eh? Prying for secrets so he can hold 'em over me. Well, I won't stand for people who stick their beaks in where they're not wanted. Shh! Shut your bloody trap before you bring every nosy bastard in here. All right, look. Just hear me out, eh? See, we're a rotten one, that un. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me, not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor, like I ever had any loyalty to the protocol lot. I'm no killer, not born to it, but she were poison, that un, and so is vicar. Summat had to be done. Him? My socks are holier than he is. We give our donations to the church, and in return he keeps the protocol sweet. Or so he says. Truth is, he worms his way into people's lives, finds out about matters that won't sit well with soldiers, and holds them over us. Blackmail it is. Pure and simple. Oh, aye. Or chuck you in that jail of theirs, which is just as much a death sentence, except slower. All I'm saying is that we messed up, with factories and machines and that. We should have stayed close to the soil. Simple as that. How is that treason? I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all. Something better. But that Maisie... she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go. And I had to do it somewhere vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise. What? And leave the village without a shop? I don't just run this place, you know. I find the supplies it depends on. Wyndham will starve. You can't make me leave. You're a heartless one, aren't you? You don't leave me any choice. All right. I'll go the first minute I can leave, without making those protocol Gauleiters suspicious.
今回はここまでにします。